Welcome back, everyone. We are going to go ahead and dive into some SQL. So the next few lessons will be all on learning some of the structured query language. First, I want you to understand how to get around this environment right here. I'm going to create a brand new query window. I'm going to keep my database script ready in case I need to run it again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you work with this. First and foremost, you want to make sure that you're pointing to the publisher's database. And then you write your SQL statements right here. So if I write actually two of them, say select asterisk from books, and also select asterisk from customers or customer, what you want to do is to run one of them, you just highlight it and then click execute. And that runs that particular one. Now in this case, I got an error message. Apparently this customer is apologize. So I'm going to do that. You notice that these are showing up with little squiggly red lines. There is this Intellisense that's built into SQL Server Management Studio, which doesn't always kick in right away. We can always go back under Edit here and go to Intellisense and choose to refresh the local cache. So I'm going to do that. And notice the red squigglies went away. So that's how we're going to be doing this. We're just going to run these one at a time. Also, to put comments in SQL, you can just use a double dash like this. And for instance, I can call this pick all columns from the books table. And then basically execute it. Whether you have the comment highlighted or not, it doesn't make any difference, but I just want you to see that. Okay, so with that being said, let's say pick, I'm going to stick to all lowercase to make my life easier. Pick all columns from customers. We can get going. Let me make this a little bit larger. Okay, so the select statement, which is probably 80% of the work that SQL developers do using the select statement, has this basic form. It is not case sensitive. Traditionally, the predicates, the expressions, clauses such as select and from, are spelled out in capital, but that's not a necessity. You don't have to do it that way. The select is followed by the list of columns that you want to select. So in this case, for instance, for books, I have ISBN, title, pub date, etc. If you want all the columns, you can just put an asterisk. And of course, when you say from, you list the table you want to fetch stuff from, and that's going to fetch everything, all the rows from that particular table. Let's take a look at something a little bit smaller. So I'm going to pick title and pub date from books. I'm just going to get rid of the word table here. I think it's clear that that's what we're doing. It's nice to keep it nice and simple. So select title, comma, pub date from books. And this can be on a different line. It's not a problem. It doesn't care about line breaks and extra spaces. And here we got the title and the pub date. Pick just a string. We can say select and, for instance, put in Bugs Bunny in single quotes. And I can highlight that and run that. And notice it just returns Bugs Bunny. This means I can pick, let's say, the let's say I pick the title and update and a message from books. So I can say select title, update, and put a little message here, book title, and publication date from books. So I'm going to do this. I noticed that it just puts book title and publication date next to each row of data that was returned. Let's create another one to learn about aliases. So I'm going to pick title and alias it. So select title as book title from books. As you can see, you can alias the column by using the as keyword, and instead of just showing title, now it's going to show book title. The as keyword is optional, although I highly recommend that you put it in. So if I copy and paste that right here, whoops, that I copied it. Let me try pasting it. And take out the word as. You can see that it still works. Let's continue. We can actually do operations. So I can say select title and retail minus cost. And let's actually call this as profit. If you're dealing with a single word, you can skip the double quotes, but if you have multiple words with spaces, you need the double quotes. From books. And there it actually gives you the profit. I forgot to put a comment here. Performing operations. We can also do select statements, picking distinct values. If I do a select state from customers, it's going to go and return every row, basically return the state. So you can see, for instance, Florida is repeated multiple times, but that's the way SQL works. It just returns all of those values. What I can do is I can put in the words distinct in here, because I'm only interested in the states, not a state listed for every customer. And this time it returned every single state in this particular order. Okay, I'm going to end this video right here because I don't want the videos to get too long. In the future videos, we're going to take a look at filtering using where clauses and joining tables and subqueries and all kinds of good stuff. But I'm trying to keep them to a manageable length. Thank you for being a great audience. And if you're enjoying these, please share with your friends and loved ones. And don't forget to share your knowledge too on the web.